Hello children, welcome for today's biology class. So today we are going to continue the chapter body fluids and circulation. The topic going to be covered are electrocardiogram and disorders of circulatory system. Let us go inside the chapter now. So first let us study regarding electrocardiogram. In short we can call that as ECG. ECG is the graphic record of electrical potential differences produced by the excitation of heart muscles. Okay, so here this is different ECG, it has been given here, normal and deviated ECG and all. So first let us study regarding the normal ECG. It is the normal ECG, it is the diagrammatic presentation of standard ECG. It shows the PQ RST wave. So now let us study what is Q, RST and all. So each peak of ECG is identified with letter from P to T. So here the P wave, it represents the electrical excitation or depolarization of atria, that is the contraction of both the atria. And the QRX complex, it represents the depolarization of the ventricles and it initiates the ventricular contraction. The T wave, it represents the return of the ventricles from excited to normal state, that is repolarization. The end of T wave, it marks end of the cycle. So together the wave PQRST is created. Now let us study regarding the various disorders of circulatory system. In circulatory system, the high blood pressure, so hypertension, it is the term for blood pressure when it is higher than normal. So normally is 120 by 80, you know that. The 120 mmHg, that is systolic or pumping pressure, and 80 mmHg is the diastolic or resting pressure. The high blood pressure leads to heart disease and it affects the vital organs. Because of pressure, the delicate nerve, the capillaries, it can break. When it breaks in vital organs, so it can damage and it can result in hemorrhages, it can result in damages to the organ, and it can result in brain failure, otherwise the kidney failure can occur. So coronary artery disease, so it is referred as atherosclerosis commonly, and it affects the vessels that supply blood to the heart muscle. Actually, when the deposition of calcium, fats, cholesterol and fibrous tissues occur, the lumen of the arteries become narrower. When the artery become, then the pumping of blood, it will be difficult and the blood pressure will increase. So that type of disease, you call that as coronary artery disease. In that case, the deposition is to be dissolved. Next, let us study regarding angina. It is also known as angina pectoris. It is a symptom of acute chest pain. It appears when there is no enough oxygen is reaching the heart muscle. It can occur at any age. It can occur in men or women at any age, but it is common among middle-aged and elderly. So it is due to the conditions that affects the blood flow. The heart failure. The heart failure means the state of heart when it is not pumping the blood effectively enough to meet the needs of the body. So it's sometimes called congestive heart failure also, because the congestion of lungs, that is the main symptom of this disease. When there is no enough oxygen, when there is pumping of blood is not proper, then the organs, they won't get enough oxygen, then ultimately so then heart failure occurs, because the heart also, it won't be getting enough oxygen. So then it results in heart failure. Okay, so we studied regarding different type of this disorders of circulatory system. Okay children, so we are concluding the chapter and we will meet in the next class. Thank you.